Hi Taurus, how are you? How are things? I'm Eriu and this is Eriu Tarot Readings, and as always, my lovelies, you are very welcome here today to this Tuatha, this tribe, your tribe, and to all my new subscribers who are Taurus. Hello, you're very welcome. We all welcome you here, and you are welcome here anytime. So my lovelies, this is your bi-weekly reading for June the 1st to June the 15th, 2017. Now, it will be the same format as the previous 2 weeks, but because I realise I talk far too much, and that's an investment in your time as well to listen to me, I am going to do a six card general spread for you for your life, everything outside of romance and love. And then on top of that, I'm going to put the 3 cards in between that to see how your love life will resonate in between those 2 weeks, okay? Because everything is connected, and we want to see how that threads into your life in general as well, right? Big thing. And as always, if this does not resonate with you, don't worry, don't panic. Check out your rising and your moon sign as well, because sometimes, as I always say, it just resonates with you, doesn't it? It's just one of those things. So check it out. The link is at the bottom. Hello. Oh, I hope so. The link is at the bottom for you if you're not sure of what your moon sign or your rising sign is, and you can calculate it there and then. All right, my lovelies. Now, enough of my jibber jabber. Shall we get going? I feel like we're one more shuffle here. Ooh, popping out left, right and centre. Let's just have a look. I hope not. I hope not. Okay. I want that Ace of Rods that fell out for you. Now that would be nice, right? Right, Taurus? Bit of love, the Ace of Rods. That's us. Lovely. Okay. Do 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 do. Do you like my new spread, by the way? I brought this out for summertime. I thought we needed a bit more colour. My other spread was a bit like, it was getting a bit dark, so I brought this out for sunshine. Bit of rays, bit of summertime. And more candles as well. We want to light up lives, don't we? That's what we want to do. We want to inject light into people's lives a little bit, so I'm hoping the environment will aid that as well. Okay, Taurus, let's have a look at you. Okay. Right, so the first week is the 1st to the 7th, and the second week, which is the bottom here, is 8th to the 15th. Start, middle and end, so we might as well get straight onto it. Right, so at the start of this week, the 1st of June, where you're going to have this feeling of that you're in the waiting room a little bit, Taurus. You're kind of waiting for things, you're waiting for things to happen. Now, you've already put in a lot of effort into these things that you want to see coming back to you. I sometimes feel like the 3 of Rods is like this boomerang card, right? It's like you've thrown the boomerang and you're waiting for it to come back, and you're waiting for it to come back, and you're waiting for it to come back. Now, sometimes this can be as well. It can be a period of 3 weeks, 2 days, 3 months. For some other people, it's lengthy, it's 3 years. But since we're doing a bi-weekly reading here, let's put that into either 3 days or 3 weeks for you, okay? Now, you are waiting on something. There has been a lot of investment from you in the past. And remember, the general reading is everything that isn't romance. So I use guiding words as tools for you, like work and study and projects and communities and committees and domestic life, home life, right? But it's applicable to any area of your life because your life is unique, right? So what happens in your life is unique to you. And so see how this story weaves into your life for you, okay? So let's get into it again. So 3 of Rods. So yes, you have done a lot of investment. There's been a lot of grafting, Taurus, has there not? Some of you have been putting a lot of work into springtime. I feel like springtime this year, like you've been okay. You were okay like September to December. For most of you, from January onwards, you were just flat out. You were flat out. And I felt like every area of your life, you're like, Jesus, I thought I could sit down for a second. No, I can't. There's something else going on. I have to get this done. I have to get that done. And you just kind of felt, it's funny because more than ever you felt like, oh, I just want to sit down. Can I just sit down and relax? Or if some of you are kind of researching or studying as well, whatever you're in, if you're in college or you're studying, you're doing night school or anything like that at all whatsoever. Anything that you invest your time in in that practical way as well. And, you know, I'm academic or intellectually in some sort. It's like, you're like, oh my God, can I just put my head down on the table? Can I fall asleep for a few minutes? So all of that was happening for you at the start of this year. And then now you're waiting to see that investment come in. Now you're waiting quite patiently, but I feel like you're waiting like... You know, it's like you're hungry, you're starving, you're at the dinner table, you have the fork in one hand, the knife in the other, and you're just ready. They're upright. You're like, I'm ready for food. It's kind of like what you're like here. You're like, I'm ready for this. Can this come in yet? I want it to come in. And it's okay, Taurus. Like, I want to tell you to kind of breathe and calm down a bit. This period may feel a little bit quieter for you, because even when I was putting out the cards there, I felt myself get slower. So for me, it's like you either need to slow down, or more importantly, you need to learn the beauty of slowing down. You need to give back to yourself a little bit here, because I think maybe you were going full steam ahead. All this period took up too much of you, all of your inner resources. You just kind of expanded too much on them, allow them to drift further than they should have, and you just kind of wore yourself out. So if you find yourself getting a bit anxious waiting for these to come in, hey, look, chill out for a bit. They'll come in when they're ready. You need to know that. They'll come in when they're ready. And the Seven of Cups now is in your midweek. So what is Cups? This is, as I always say, beautiful emotional energy. You've got, what was I say, Taurus? You've got Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces there, all involved in this wonderful suit. Now, Seven of Cups is all... It's a little bit in confusion here. You're a little bit not sure how it's all going to go. And, you know, you can obviously see how these two can be partnered up together, right? Because you're waiting for things to come in. You're waiting for that boomerang to swing back. You're realizing it's not. And then you're like, okay, well, where do I go from here? What's the road? Could I do this? Could I do that? What if I do this? And also remember, Seven of Cups it's the idea of an illusion, you know, that things aren't clear for you just yet. It's that cloudy mental mentality, or feeling as well, obviously, because it's Cups. So for some of you waiting for that boomerang, you might kind of feel like your judgment is a bit off. You're thinking, should I have really invested as much as I did? Should I be waiting that long for this? Why isn't this coming back? You know, you kind of feel that. It's the cloudiness of judgment, cloudiness of mind, but also this is about confusion. You're not quite sure what road to take. You're not quite sure what option to take. It kind of feels like you're like, okay, I'm waiting for this. And while you're waiting on this, you want to see what your alternatives are. Fair enough. I think that's a great idea. Do look for the alternatives. However, yeah, do you know what it feels like? It's like, I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket. That's good. But then at the same time, you're kind of getting confused by all the eggs that are in the basket. You're like, well, which egg do I pick? I know I said I would. Look, slow it down, Taurus. I think some of you need a holiday, no? I think some of you need to get away. But what I like about this as well, at this week for you, that's all going to lift, right? And look, you've got a 3, 7 equals a 10. Wonderful. So there's great progression here in a very pure sense and in a very real sense, something that you'll really feel. And I say feel as well because you've got the 10 of Cups, right? 10 of Cups comes into your end of your week and says, it's all good, homie. It's all good. It's all good. I feel like like you kind of relax a bit, like you're emotionally, you know, 10 of Cups is all about emotionally fulfilled in major ways and feeling emotionally fulfilled in all areas of your life. Now remember, Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles is quite similar to this, but it's more tangible. It's more like your families, and your work life and other areas of your life that are more even kind of physical in a way. But 10 of Cups is all about saying, hey, look, all those emotional factors that are tied into those things like the 10 of Pentacles, it's all good. Everything is coming up roses. The rainbow is like, oh, it's that moment of clarity. You're like, yes, thank God. And I'm glad this is here because look at the extension on this, right? I think also for some of you, you make a good choice. So clarity comes in by making a choice, by making the good choice for you. And I'm glad that's here because it's saying, yes, yes, you've done it. You've made the good choice. Why? 7 of Cups. We've got all these different cups here. Look at this rainbow here. That cup is emulated here. It's copied. It's mirror. Well, it's not mirror imagery, but it's copied. You can see that. And it doesn't only just, it's not just at the heart of everything. It shines up and over everything as well. So delighted that you're kind of confusion and you feel like you haven't made the right choice and your judgment on things You're going to realize, yes, I did make the good choice. I also feel like for some of you, you can't really make a bad choice with this. You just kind of need to see things for how they are. You need to lift the veil of confusion and of illusion and make a choice. That's it. That's all it is. Some of them don't look as, you know, some of them don't look great. I don't really want to pick some of them. But I think by nature, Taurus, you're very, and like all the earth elements, I say this all the time, you're strategic, you're methodical, you look at things for what they are and you make the best decisions from that. And you do, and you pick the right ones. Don't get too bogged down on what you need to choose and what way you need to go, because you inherently do that. The sign that you are, the person that you are. You have that ability to really clear out the clutter, look at things A, B, C, D, and make a decision. And you do, and it's very fulfilling for you. And it alleviates the Seven of Cups energy as well, right? Nice. Lovely, Taurus. Now, your second week, you got the Five of Cups, Knight of Cups, and Ace of Swords. Ooh, lovely. I love a good Knight of Cups. He's nice. Start of your week, the 8th, you've got the Five of Cups. Now, Five of Cups is all about, you got a lot of emotion running through here, don't you? Look at this, all emotions. Then we got the air and we got the fire. I feel like some of you are needing to almost balance out all your emotions as well, because maybe you're in a very emotional period of your life, or some of you are just kind of feeling it a lot more now, and you're like, why am I so emotionally affected by things, whereas before I wouldn't be? It's that thing as well where do you know when you're watching an advert on TV and it's for some sort of charity, and normally you'd be like, oh, I'm okay. Yes, I understand I'm affected, but I'm okay. I feel like now some of you are just like, oh my God, I can't watch that advert. Oh my God, that's so true. There's one that I can't watch over here in Dublin, and it's a donkey advert. This sounds ridiculous and almost like a tangent, but I gotta tell you, Taurus, it's a donkey advert and the donkeys are ill-treated. I swear to God, I can't watch it. I swear to God, I don't have the ability, because I will cry. I kind of feel like you're in that zone. You're like, why are all these little, you know, other parts of my life and areas of my life now so emotionally impacting me? And they are here as well, coming into the second week, like, all good, all good. And then rewind, why have we got the Five of Cups? Or what is the Five of Cups? Five of Cups is all about crying over spilt milk. All right. I don't like using that phrase for it because it makes it sound like you're having a tantrum. You know, you're like, oh my God, all my cups spilled. You know, it kind of has that vibe to it, which I don't like using it, but it makes sense when I say it to you, yeah? And it's also about focusing on the things that you didn't, like you left behind. I was about to say that you didn't pick. Look, whatever you didn't pick here, Taurus, wasn't meant for you anyway. Do you understand? You make a decision with the tools that you have at the time, with your best judgment at the time. This was very clouded. I feel like a lot of you weren't even getting answers from these different things that you were looking for. And you're like, I don't even know what one, because there's no reason or rhyme to any of this. I need that information. They're not giving me that. And now you're feeling good at the end of the first week. Happy days. Happy days. And then you go, oh, maybe I should have chosen the other avenues. Maybe I should have gone down the other avenues. Why did I do the... Look, this energy is about looking back, but it's also like about staying in that looking back energy. It does nothing for you. And what's important about this card, which is the silver lining in all of it, is these two cups here. These two cups are full. They have not been spilled. Nobody's come down and kicked them over. Not like these guys. Look at this carnage here. It's not like that. These are here to say, hey, look, you're not alone. Hey, look, there are other things that you can obtain. Hey, look, I am here for you. If this was a love reading, this would be like, hey, you've got choices. You just don't even see them. You need to, again, it's about changing your perspective here. Don't dwell too much in this watery energy. Sometimes you can drown in it. Look, these cups are gone. That's gone. Let's focus on these two cups. It's important that you focus on these two cups, all right? So turn around and pick up one of these. And why do I say that? Because some of you do. Now, Knight of Cups in the center here for your second week. Gorgeous. Look at all these cups. Jesus. Right, so there's two ways this could go for you, Taurus. You could have someone that is the Knight of Cups, that is your knight in shining armor, coming in and saying, it's time for you to be here. It's time for you to be part of this. Get out of this energy. What are you doing? It's time for you to come with me now. And this person gets it. This person is like, I have this cup. Like, I picked up my own cup. I don't want you to think that you're the only one that's ever experienced this, or, sorry, that sounds a bit callous. I don't mean that. But what I mean is, don't feel like you're the only one going through this. There's many people that have gone through this. And this person has as well. And this person's saying, hey, look, I've got my cup. I totally get where you're coming from here. But you're going to have to pick one. You're going to have to pick. I feel like for some of you as well, it's like picking up the pieces emotionally. Maybe all this wasn't what you thought it was. But do you know what? No, it's just you, like, you're being a bit blue here, I think, Taurus. You're having a bit of a blue moment with this. And this person's like, hey, no, like, turn around. You pick up a cup. I pick up a cup too. And let's move forward, because I really want to progress, don't you? Don't you? I want to get somewhere, don't you? And they do it in a very loving way that's very inspiring and supportive to you. Also, on the flip side, but side to side with that imagery, this could be you, Taurus, as well. This could be you that turns around and says, you know what? There's 2 cups here. They're all spilled. There's absolutely nothing I can do with them. What am I going to do? I'm going to pick one. I'm going to walk forward, because that's what I have to do. And for some of you, then you might get that stronger fighter mentality with that Knight of Cups energy. He's also coming in to influence you to go with his energy, because he's saying, look, as I said, you're not alone. This doesn't need to be too hard for you. You just got to choose. You just got to choose, Taurus. And for some reason, I don't know why I have to keep saying this. You just got to choose, make it. Make the decision. It's fine, because what's for you will not pass you. So I'm happy. I'm happy either way. I'm happy if this is a person that comes in and it helps you, pulls you out of that energy. And I'm happy as well if that's you picking up the pieces. Actually, not so much picking them up, leaving them there, turning around, taking a cup and moving forward in his energy, saying, look, I'm going to have what I have to give. This is my gift. I'm going to use it. I'm going to utilize it as much as I can. That's what I want to do. And I'm going to show that to people. This is the message I'm going to deliver. Okay? This is the message that I want to deliver. And this is important as well, because you've come into the Ace of Swords at the end of your 2nd week. Yes. So this is all about new beginnings for you now, Taurus. I think this is the thing this feels like it's gone. This investment here kind of feels like, I feel like what you've invested, you might not get back in equal amounts of what you invested, okay? I don't feel like, that's not to say that can happen in the future, but for these 2 weeks, I don't feel like that's stopped there, do you know? It just feels like you're like, Jesus, well, that didn't come through for me. I'm going to have to do something else. I'm going to pick something else. Interesting, yeah? But anyway, I digress. So, the end of your 2nd week. Beautiful Ace of Swords. What is the Ace? It's Gemini, Libra and Aquarius. And it's all about, as aces are, the suit's energy in its purest form and new beginnings within that suit. So, Ace of Swords being communication, logic, truth and thought. So for some of you, I don't even feel like you're picking up this sword. I think this sword is coming in for you to say, look, you were a bit confused of where you're going. You were confused about which avenue. You weren't quite sure which way to go. You got a bit upset by things. Well, you were happy, then you were upset. There is this, and I said to you, you're trying to find this emotional balance within you as regards to the avenues in your life that you're trying to go down. And I feel like this is like, not that it's reluctant energy, but you're uncertain here. And the Ace of Swords coming in saying, look, are you uncertain? Are you? Okay. Do you know what we're going to do then? I'm going to come in and I'm going to cut away all that crap. He comes in. I say he. Jesus is an inanimate object. Would you say? It's right. It comes in and it slashes the 7 of Cups in half. And it slashes it again in quarters and in eighths. It completely obliterates the 7 of Cups. It says, no way am I going to have you walking forward in the path that you need to be on, holding all this confusion. No, 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 no. No. I'm going to cut. Do you know what it's like as well? You see these beautiful flowers here and this sort of, you know, when paths are created in like woodland areas or places that are heavy forestry or foliage, and you kind of have to, like medieval times I'm visualizing, it's like you have to cut your way through the path in order to get through it. This is what the Ace of Swords is doing for you. It's like, look, I want you to know you're on the right path. More importantly, I want you to see that you're on the right path. That's the truth I'm going to give to you. And that logic and rationale that it brings is going to put your mind at ease as well, Taurus, yeah? It's saying, look, let me come in. Let me slash all of this away so you can properly see where you're going and I can get rid of this and you can feel better moving forward. Like I don't think, it's not a bad reading. You're, as I said about your perspective, but I think you're quite heavily emotional at the moment, and you know how our emotions can cloud our judgment on many things, or seeing things for how they are. And normally you're not like that, but I just feel like this back here, waiting, it's taking its toll on you a little bit, yeah? A little bit. And for some of you, this might be a healing process as well. Trying to heal yourself from past events, these events. You're like, why did I invest so much? Sometimes this can be like your own tears filling the cups and them spilling over, you know. But not terrible, right? Absolutely. And there's all something that can be under control as well. But I'm delighted the Ace of Swords comes in and sorts all out for you. And you'll have way more clarity and clear vision with this. Yes, the BS gets cut away, my darlings. It really does. Yeah, he feels a bit sad moving forward a little bit as well. Well, it's like reluctancy. It's like, oh. Okay. So let's check out your love then. Come on cards, let's show Taurus some love. Show Taurus what they need to know in their loves. Show Taurus some love. Do you, Taurus, do you need some love at the moment? I think so. Love would be nice to help heal this a bit, yeah? Right. That's us. Lovely. Okay. Aha! Yes! Oh. Okay. Oh, was going so good there. I was delighted. No, I'm still delighted, but still. It's just like a pretty sad card in the middle. And then cool, Queen of Swords. Right. Okay. So for your love in the next 2 weeks, Taurus. We talked about your cups spilling over, yeah? And they're kind of like being kicked over a little bit. We're waiting for things to happen for you. It is happening, but it's going to be more in the area of love for you as well. All right, so many cups. Look at this, right? 6 out of 9 cards. You've got cups. So what is aces? Well, we know because we just talked about it. 2 aces in a 9-card spread, which is fantastic. So I'm sure a lot of you are feeling things are slowly coming to an end for you and things are beginning, and that's probably what's bringing in this waiting period and slight confusion and fear because you're not quite sure what way it's all going. Ace of Cups again, as we talk about Scorpio, Cancer and Pisces energy, and my God, is this card beautiful in so many ways. This card is full of emotion. It is a reservoir. It's a well of emotion. And it spills over in the traditional Rider-Waite. It kind of spills over. It's like a fountain almost. But it doesn't mean that it spills over in a very sad, upset, you know, almost like a crying sort of a way. It spills over because it carries emotional abundance with it, which is very like the 10 of Cups here. There is purity in this, there is cleansing as well, and more importantly there's hope and, Taurus, faith in love. You're going to start to feel faith coming back into love, and that's wonderful. There are so many things that can grow from this card. Remember, water, we know sun gives life to many things, but water as well, it's pure, as I keep saying, it's pure, it's purifying, it's cleansing. It hydrates. If you imagine your soul, your love life, you know, because people say, oh, having a drought, having a dry spell in my love life. This is the opposite. This is like, well, okay, let me pour some love on this. Let me give you some love. And there's such a beautiful calmness and stillness to this card as well. That it's like, it overflows continuously, but it's there for you, and it's there for anyone that comes into your life. Anyone that you touch in your life. This is mega. This is mega Taurus. And it's beautiful, and I'm so happy it's here for you. For some of you, it may be with a person. I don't really feel a person though. I feel like you're just falling back in love with things. Like there's this starting to feel good. And I said that aces are new beginnings as well, which they are. So maybe this new beginning it's reinvigorating, it's rehydrating you. It's making you understand that, or like you feel like, all right, love in all forms, in all areas of my life, let it come in. Because I want to keep that, because, well, that's emotional security. It's emotional support for you in many ways. Now, what I went with in the midweek is your Eight of Cups. Now, you're not a watery sign, as we know. You're an earth sign. And so this Eight of Cups is here, and it's all about walking away from a love encounter with someone. Being with them for maybe even long periods of time. And walking away from it, saying that you can't do it anymore. You can't emotionally invest anymore. There's such a heavy sadness for me with this card. You've got the moon in the background and it's shining a light, illuminating things. It's illuminating their way. Walking into this darkness of sadness because they're walking away from their own emotional sadness that's attached to this prior encounter. But I believe it's because some of you may have been in an encounter with a Cancer, a Scorpio or Pisces, or an Aquarius. Very important, that Aquarius for some of you, which I feel a lot. And I feel like there was a lot of emotional confusion, or at the moment there is emotional confusion with you, with this particular person. What I will say to you is, Taurus, try not to allow your work life and your domestic life and all that other stuff to spill into your love life. You know when some people bring their work home, and it can actually have an effect on the domestic life as well with the partner, and on the love life. And I feel like this confusion of which avenue you needed to go down, or which avenue you're trying to go down, is making you, and I said it was like clouding your judgment here. I feel like it's taking over, and your love life has taken a back seat. Now, yes, this is here, and you're going to feel, as I said, like rehydrated, rejuvenated. But when it comes to an actual person in your life, someone that you may be seeing, and it could be, you could be coupled, or somebody you just started to see, whatever, I feel like this is having a major effect on it. Because you're saying, I haven't got time to deal with this emotion. Like, I just need to walk away from it. And they're here. And they want to give you emotional support and nurture you emotionally. But you're just too boxed in with this idea of where your life is going the next 2 weeks. And what you want out of it. I ask you not to step away too soon, Taurus, because I feel like that's a snap judgment, and it's not of full clarity like you should have in order to make those judgments, In order to make those decisions, you need full clarity, right? Your mind needs to be clear. Your heart needs to be open and clear. We want to be able to breathe properly. You want to be able to sleep at night, and all those things to factor in before you make a judgment call on other areas of your life. So that would be my advice to you, because I feel like you're walking away well too soon. Or I feel like I don't have time for that. I don't have time for you. It's quite the opposite, it's so the opposite actually of the Ace of Cups. So I feel like all this love is coming in for you and all those other areas of your life, but for the actual with somebody thing or seeing somebody thing, it's like, no, I haven't got time for that. Taurus, do me a favor, right? Just turn around for a little bit longer. Just turn around for a little bit longer and then make a judgment on it, okay? Then decide. Then decide. But there's someone here that wants to help you and who can give you clarity as well on other things. You know? But it's the negative factors you're bringing back into the love life rather than the positives. And they want to see you shine. So, prove them right. Now, at the end of it, you've got the Queen of Swords here. So some of you, either this could be a lover, which I don't feel. I don't feel that. What I feel like, this is a friend. This is a friend who does also have the best of intentions and support for you. Could be your sister, could be your cousin, could be your best friend, could be your brother even. Just because she's a female in the cards doesn't mean it's just female orientated. I don't really feel a high matriarch off this because she is the queen, but she is someone that has presence in your life and she has influence in a lovely way in your life. Now, she's coming in and she's going to be like, look, sort this out. What are you doing? I feel like she's going to be turned back on. What are you doing? What are you walking away for? Look, you've got the Ace of Swords here and she's holding the sword. So I said this was coming in to give you clarity, not in your general life, but not only that, it may be from a Libra, Gemini or Aquarius. And for some of you, Capricorn and another Taurus. Or possibly Cancer, but I feel more like Capricorn and Taurus. And she's picking up the sword and being like, would you stop? Would you cut the crap? What are you doing? What are you being like that with them for? There's no need. They're trying to be there for you. I get that you kind of feel swamped though within this emotional energy and therefore you can't make those emotional judgments because they're not clear for you, right? The water isn't clear for you to see through. It's a bit muddy at the moment. And they're like, hey, look, this is how it is. He or she is there for you in whatever capacity you need. What are you doing? Your path is going this way. You're doing well. Like, this person feels like a lovely little reminder. And as I said, they have that emotional support and abundance that you really love and that you crave. So they've got your back in many ways. And they're picking up this Ace of Swords to be like, hey, stop. Look, not only are they coming in like this, being like, look, this is the truth. They're like, this is the tea. But they say it in a really beautiful way to you. Look at all the flowers that are on the sword. They're trying to, Libra is known as, if you do have a Libra friend, Libra is known as the iron fist and a velvet glove. Iron fist and a velvet glove. The delivery will be nice, but it will be clarity and it just kind of help you a little bit more in this energy. They want you to be happy too. But I feel like you need to focus a lot more on your general life and where you're going, Taurus, before that full investment into love is coming in, because this is not heavy love energy. It feels like it's the residue of your life, of your general life, for real. And it's with your general life, the balance is off. That's what I'll say to you. It doesn't feel like general love, right? It doesn't feel like that. It feels like your general life is taking more time. It's taking more of your energy. It's taking more of your emotional and mental energy as well, even probably physically. And your love life is more just kind of a consequence of that. It's not, Listen to them though. They're absolutely lovely. And they're on your side as well. Do you know what I mean? They're here to, we all have those friends in our lives that are like, what are you doing? You're like, but this happened and this, and I'm not doing this, and forget them. And then they come in and be like, what are you talking about? XYZ. And then you go, oh, is that what that was? And they go, yes, what? Did you not see that? No. And then it sparks a whole conversation. But it's great then, because it's a different perspective as well, but someone who has your back in a major way. So Taurus, it's not, I have to say, not really a love reading. As I said, it's kind of the residual energy of that. But as I say, just because stuff doesn't pop up in a very, like, you're going to meet someone today, this is going to happen, and babies and all that afterwards, it's good to get the warnings of this. It's good so we know that when we're feeling that this, we check in a little bit. When we feel like we're about to walk away, we stop ourselves and go, why am I doing this? What's really the driving force behind me making this rash decision, yeah? And that you've got the support of loved ones and of like this beautiful Ace of Cups. Right? I know, Taurus, I know. I know. But look, we're figuring it out as we go along as well. It's important that you do that, because then you're creating and practicing that skill and that tool. Like stopping yourself, being a bit more, like I'm sure Taurus anyway, you're quite rash. Like you are, like you're quite rational, like you've got that kind of, as I say, like XYZ energy. You're just like, well, no, that's not how it is. This is it. And this is it. And I want that. But at the same time, it's important for you to delve into the Cup's energy without getting so overwhelmed in it, you know? Not letting it drown you. Cups shouldn't be there to drown you. They have that ability, but that's not their sole purpose. So if you do embody, or you feel like you're getting stuck in this watery emotional energy over the next 2 weeks, just like sit in it, hold it, and see what happens. Because realistically, nothing's really going to happen. It's just a very uncomfortable feeling, right? And we don't want to make rash decisions over those uncomfortable feelings. Over that feeling swamped energy, you know. All right, my darlings, my lovelies. Kind of want to give you a hug now. Make sure you're all right. I'm sure, look, I know you will be. You just got to feel through these next few weeks and let it wash over you, okay? Don't let it drown you. Let it wash over you. All right, my darlings, this has been your bi-weekly reading for June the 1st to June the 15th, 2017. If you dig what I do, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Always welcome. And share for all those other Taurus people in your life, or other people that you're like, hey, look, this is what I'm going through at the moment. Stop asking me questions, all right? Remember, I do private readings as well. My email is below. If you would like a private reading for your love life or general life, and you're trying to figure out a few things, or you have a few questions, or you're just actually not quite sure what way the road is going for you, I'm your gal. Email me below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can with my services and my prices as well. All right, Taurus. Beautiful Taurus. I love Taurus. You have a fantastic 2 weeks, my darlings, and I will see you in the 2 final weeks of June. You take care. Bye-bye.